The solo queue experience. That's what this tier is going to be. So basically, this is going to be if a character is good if you're playing them as the only role in the game. So basically, if you're solo tank, solo DPS, solo support, we're gonna see if they're able to be played and able to carry your game. But first, we gotta change S, A, B, C, and D because they don't look spicy enough, flavorful enough. Let's get it. Adam Warlock's really good, but if you don't have another support, his heals are just not enough. I feel like his heals are just not enough. I feel like that's an swap moment right there. I feel like that's an swap moment, unfortunately. Now, of course, all these are going to depend on your comp and what the rest of your team is running, but BP, a solo BP, might be the best idea in the world and it might be the worst idea in the world. It just depends on the enemy team's comp and your comp, of course, but you know, to make the sake of the video a little easier, I'm just going to say in general, that's probably maybe okay if you're getting picks, if you're shutting down the support, if you're shutting down the DPS, if you're getting those picks, then it might go well depending on your tanks and your supports, but for the most part, it's probably okay. Not the best, not the worst, it's probably okay. All right, let's move on. The Hulk solo tank can be really good and it can be really bad as well. I feel like he goes bros okay because he doesn't have a shield. He doesn't have the ability to shield people from far away like Magneto does with his bubble. He doesn't have much of anything. He kind of just, it's just what you see. He just kind of punches and jumps around. He's really good, but solo tank, he kind of falls off a little bit because he doesn't have much protection in that way. Solo tank Captain America is even worse because he is quite literally just run around Andy. He just kind of just does marathons all day long. You know what I mean? His strong thing is like stalling and distracting and that kind of stuff. And that is just not a primary tank's job. I feel like a solo tank Captain America is just like, that's kind of maybe a throw moment right there. I mean, it can work, but it's just like, it's probably better picks, you know? Solo Cloak and Dagger is probably the best solo in this game because not only are they ranged, but she also can swap to Cloak, obviously, and deal damage. They have movement abilities, which is really good. They have the bubble, they have the wall, they have the primary. So again, that's a lot of heals you can send off for your whole team, and you don't necessarily need somebody else to do it. If you're super locked in, you can get the whole team healed if they're all in the same area, and you don't have like 2 flyers, 2 tanks way off, 2 divers. You can probably get everyone healed up if they're all together, which is really cool. Solo tank Strange, absolutely goated, out of his mind, one of the best solo tanks in the game. We all know what the best is. We'll get to him very shortly, but solo tank Strange, really good. He has a shield. He does have a slight movement ability with going into the air, but it's not the best, especially if you're alone, because they kind of just murk you anyway. But yeah, he's really good. Really good. His ult is great as well. He's really good, yeah. Solo Groot is kind of interesting because there are times where he will go absolutely insane. There's times where he will go absolutely terribly. It just depends on your team. But for the most part, I feel like that's a yes sir, because he's kind of nasty because he can just like completely control the whole battlefield at all at one time. Like he just throws walls down, stops people from getting healed, stops people from walking in certain areas, stops people from getting to the point, from touching things. He's really good. So running him solo, if your team is with you, he can go pretty crazy. Solo DPS Hawkeye. Ooh, how do I feel about this? Oh my god, do I have an idea about what I feel about this? Oh lord. This is probably a swap moment here. Yeah, unless you are literally the best Hawkeye ever known to man, unless you are actually Jeremy Renner, you probably need to swap. This is probably a swap moment here because you're not going to be getting off enough damage, you're not going to be getting off enough DPS to be able to like successfully and easily and nicely get picks most of the time. Because if there's a Magneto, if there's a Strange, if there's a literally whoever, whatever, you're gonna be just tossing arrows into a shield and it's not gonna do you very well most of the time. Solo DPS Hela, I feel like she goes really well, unless the entire enemy team is dive, but again, we're talking on average, you know, probably 1 dive, the rest of the team is normal. I feel like that's a yes sir, I bet that's a yes sir, because she has the ability to get out so much damage. Her attack speed is very fast. She does have movement. She has a stun. Her ult is insanely good at getting picks and just making people run in fear. So I think it's really good. I think she's a really good solo DPS. I think she gets stuff done. She gets picks really easy, really quick. I think it's pretty good. Solo Iron Fist, I feel like goes with Black Panther because it's the same kind of situation. If you're good on him, you're getting picks, it'll go really well. Because he's a dive, I feel like he doesn't get as much security as other like DPS could. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I don't think any dive is really that good solo because it leaves this huge gap in your team comp where you have 2 tanks up at the front and you have nothing in between the tanks and the supports. So like the supports are super far back and then you have a little gap there where the DPS are supposed to be at, but because you're dive, there's like nothing there, so it's kind of easy for people to penetrate your team, which yeah. So I feel like any dive is kind of just an okay moment. So yeah, Iron Man, I feel like I would say the same thing about him that I just said about Iron Fist or any other dive character, because he's in the sky, and being in the sky like alone as the only DPS is kind of scary. That's kind of daunting, but I feel like because he's above everything and he's getting damage, he can do a lot of distraction. So I feel like he still goes bros okay though. I feel like he still goes okay, because even if he's getting a lot of damage up in the sky, I feel like he'd be super vulnerable because he's the only person up there. You don't have like a Johnny distracting, you don't have a Psylocke distracting, you don't have a Punisher distracting, you don't have anyone distracting other than the tanks. So I feel like he kind of just goes okay still. I feel like he goes okay. Jeff the Shark. Okay, if this was before, what was it, season 3? Whatever they changed him to make his healing beam do damage, if this was then, he would go below Black Widow, okay? Because they changed him up a little bit, he does a little bit more healing now. I feel like this is an swap moment because he's really good at healing everyone at the same time, but his heals are too slow, I feel like. So even if you're really good on him and you're getting everyone healed, they're just too slow. They're too slow, and you have to be like, you have to direct things too much, you have to aim at everyone, it's just too much to do all at the same time. So I feel like he goes swap. Yeah. Unironically, if you would have asked me like maybe a couple months ago, I would have said Loki goes in swap, but I feel like he goes bros okay because his heals are actually really good. If you're hitting your shots and you're not missing everything and you're actually like locked in, you're throwing lanterns in the right spot. If you're good on Loki, I feel like you can get the whole team basically healed unless there's flyers, which is why he's in bros okay. And also he's also in bros okay because his ult is just taking other people's ults, and if the other team has like a Rocket and an Atom, then you don't have like a hard support ult. You don't have a hard healing ult. So he kind of just starts to fall off a little bit, I feel like. Luna Snow, super good. Very good solo Luna. She has very fast healing if you're good with if you're aiming well on her. She's really good. Really good. If you're hitting your shots, she'll heal everyone up at the same time. She has great movement with her skates. She has the stun. She's really good. Super good overall. Her ult is literally a get out of jail free card. Her ult is the dumbest ult in the game. One of the dumbest ults in the entire game. It's a complete get out of jail free card. She pops it instantly. You're just healed up. Boom, you're good. For like 15 seconds or whatever it is. It's crazy. Solo magic is probably a swap moment. Now hear me out. The reason why is because unlike the other dives, her attack speed is very slow. And I know you're thinking, well, BP's attacks are kind of BP is so fast. He's dashing all over the place. His cooldowns are pretty high, but he's dashing all over the place. He can get him back pretty quick. It's hard to follow him. Iron Fist has the fastest attack speed in the game. He's crazy. Magic's attack speed is super slow, and she has good movement. She does, but again, solo Magic, I feel like you're getting murked. I feel like you'd be so easy to follow and shut down. I don't know. I feel like that might be a swap moment there. Magneto, my man, the best tank in the game. The best tank in the game. I genuinely believe that you could solo tank, no DPS, all support on Magneto, and you'd still win games. Am I just like am I just like, is that too much, Glaze? Am I just up on Magneto way too much? Do I just love him that much? Is that crazy? I feel like you could literally 1 in 5, one Magneto, 5 supports, and I feel like you would win the game. I'm so serious. I genuinely believe that. You'd need a Mantis and like, you know, maybe an Ultron or something, but you could get it done. You genuinely would get it done. If you were having supports that were also doing a little bit of DPS, dude, I feel like that would go crazy. He has a shield, he has a bubble, he has a knockback, he has his primary is great, it explodes, he's so good. He's just good. His ult is a shutdown. He's so good. He's insanely good. Everyone knows this. Best thing in the game by far, no question. Solo Mantis, there was a time where she was the best in the game in season 0, season 1. She's kind of fallen off since then, but she's kind of back now. She's kind of really good again. I feel like she goes bros okay because her ult is a heal ult, which is really nice. Not as strong as some other ones, of course, but her ult is a heal ult. It is instant, so you don't have to wait for it to charge up. Her heals are really good. She can heal everyone on the team at the same time if she plays if she plays her cooldowns right. She can empower people, so she does more than just heal, which I think a good support does more than just heal. Her DPS is crazy, so I feel like that kind of also adds to it. I think she's pretty decent. I think she's pretty good. Yeah. Solo Moon Knight. Okay, this one's personal to me. I used to be a Moon Knight main. I still think of myself as a Moon Knight main if I'm talking about just DPS, but I don't play DPS that much. I am a tank main. I will say, actually I'm a flex player, but I prefer tank is how I should say that. But Moon Knight is one of the best DPS in the game. I genuinely believe that. If the entire enemy team is together and you have, like, you know, a Thor, a Squirrel, if they have a Thor, a Squirrel Girl, a Bucky, a Punisher, you know, if the team is kind of all on the ground and together, they're great. As soon as there's a flyer, if the enemy team has an Iron Man and a Johnny, or, like, you know, if they're all dive, you're cooked. Get off Moon Knight. He's gonna be terrible. So because you don't know what they're gonna run, I feel like again he's okay. If everyone's on the ground, you will absolutely rock the whole team. You don't even need anyone else on DPS because he's gonna go crazy. He does way too much damage. He pushes people back because they get scared of how much damage he does. His ult builds almost instantly. He's just really strong. But again, if there's a flyer, you're cooked. So he's okay. He's just okay. Not gonna lie, Namor, top tier. He's in yes sir, especially right now with the squids that he has. The Gamma squid was really good, of course, way too good, stupidly good, and then the new team up he has with Hela is also stupidly good. I thought it was dookie at first. I thought it was terrible. It's actually really, really good, but only if you're good on Namor. If you're not good on him, you need picks for it to proc. So you have to be good on him to get picks and to have it go. But if you do, it's really good. Not as good as the Gamma squid, of course, because that was just unreal, but really good. He has literally turrets that he can place down. Like, come on, like you don't have to do anything. He automatically just damages people. His ult is really good if you can hit it right during a team fight. Really, really good. Super strong. His headshots are really good. Headshot damage is really good as well. He has movement ability to get away from people. Yeah, just overall pretty solid. Solo tank Penny Parker. I'm conflicted because she's really good. I think she goes yes sir. She's really good. But if there's too many flyers, she falls off for sure skis. But she shuts down most characters. Like, she stops Wolverine from doing his thing. She stops any diver. She stops most tanks from being able to perform. She's really good. She's really good at what she does. Yeah, just overall pretty strong. Solo Psylocke. Okay, she goes yes sir. The reason why she's not just okay is because she has movement and she has a dive like the rest of the dives that we put in okay, or have we put magic down here. She's a dive. So what I said still exists. The gap that she will create in your team's comp, in their lineup, is still going to exist because she's a dive. She won't be in the backline most of the time. You can play in the backline, but you probably shouldn't. But you're going to be in the backline of the enemy team, getting the supports, getting the whoever's, the whatevers, you know, the who's and what's it's. But the reason why she's up a tier from Bros Okay is because her attack speed is very fast, and more so, her ability to go invisible. Her ult is really good. It's not just an empowerment of her actual abilities like Iron Fists. Her ult is really good. It can literally shut down support ults. Her invisibility is great. Her primary is great. Her burst is still really insane. People say that they nerfed her. They did nerf her a couple times, but her burst is still really good. I think she's just overall still very, very good. And I think if you're able to get picks on the supports super quickly, she can go way more unnoticed than someone like Iron Fist, because you kind of see an Iron Fist coming. You know what I mean? Iron Fists don't really lurk around corners too much for the most part. They kind of just come straight through and run through your team, and then you just get to the back line. I feel like Psylocks are always like in the shadows. They're always on the left or the right. You don't even know where they are. Boom, they're kind of there. And they can just get out super easy. And if you kind of mess things up on like a Black Panther, your cooldowns are just kind of cooked, and they take so long to come back. Her cooldowns are way shorter and way quicker, and the fact that she can go invisible just kind of boosts that a little bit, I think. Me personally, I feel like that's just how it goes. Solo Punisher, I feel like he goes yes sir. I feel like he's really good. He's very susceptible to dive, like he's easily dove, but he can do a lot of damage without you really noticing where he's at, what he's doing. He can be in the back line of your team, and he's just shooting stuff out 24/7, just brainlessly, like throwing damage into tanks, melting tanks, headshots, getting crazy picks on like a Bucky or like a Star-Lord. He can deal with flyers. I think he's really strong overall. He might be super low-key, I'm not gonna lie. The only reason he's not super is that he's really susceptible to dive. He's like easily diveable. That's the only reason he's down there. Okay, this one's gonna maybe make some people mad. Rocket Raccoon's super. The reason why Rocket Raccoon is super is because his ult is very good and you have to destroy it instead of kill him. You have to destroy the ult itself. His heals, he can shoot heals in every different direction. They'll bounce off the walls. He will be able to heal flyers easily, heal people on the ground easy. He can just shoot random balls out. They will bounce everywhere. The heals are really slow. They are very slow. But again, depending on your team, it can go really well. It's gone really well. I've gone solo Rocket many times when we were losing, and it saved us a bunch of times. It's really strong. And the only problem that I see is that if the enemy team is doing too much damage, you cannot heal anything. So then you have to swap because it's just too slow. But the fact that he can get heals around more and easier is what is really like ascending him to super here for me. He can get heals around to the team really easy because they bounce, they go everywhere. Really, really good. Solo Spider-Man, you got to swap, man. You got to swap. You got to swap. We're not getting enough damage. You're not getting enough picks, most likely. Most of Spider-Man's stuff is distraction and like individual pulls. You got to swap. If you're solo DPS, that's definitely probably a swap angle there. Solo Squirrel Girl, I feel like that's maybe also a swap angle. Maybe not, though. She is really stupidly good. Her splash damage is crazy good. Her ult is good. Unfortunately, she's so frustrating, man. But Solo Squirrel Girl, I see that working well. Yeah. Solo Star-Lord could also go really well. I feel like his shutdown power is really good. His attack speed is fire. He has insane movement, probably some of the best movement in the game. His ult is great. I feel like he's just pretty solid overall. Yeah. Solo Storm. Oh, man. Okay, I want to put Solo Storm in yes, sir, but I also kind of don't because I feel like she's really vulnerable because she is a flyer. So I feel like she goes maybe Bro's okay. Do I put Star-Lord up one is my question. Oh, you know what? I put Star-Lord up one. That's what we do. We put Star-Lord up to yes, sir, because he can be a flyer or a regular ground DPS, which is very cool. He goes up one. He goes up one. He goes up one because he does have the ability like Punisher to kind of just sit in the back and just do stupid amounts of damage, and he's not as vulnerable as Punisher. So he might even, oh, dude, he might be better than Punisher. Oh my god, wait. Yeah, Storm goes here and Bro's okay because I feel like she's really vulnerable. She's really good. She can do some insane things, but she's very, very vulnerable because she doesn't have that much speed, and the speed she does have, like, someone can easily just grab her and shut it down. It's unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. Solo Tank Thor. Okay, I feel like that's a yes sir moment. Again, he has no shield. He's very susceptible to players like Wanda's or anything like that because, again, he has nothing to block that from, nothing to stop that, really. He's really good, but he's easy to kind of lose the picture and just kind of DPS on him. He's really easy to kind of just forget you're playing tank and just whatever, especially if you're solo tanking. It's kind of hard because, like, imagine one Thor as the front line. It's just like people will kind of walk past you a little bit, I feel like. So it's kind of hard to hold a wall and like lock a point down as only a Thor, I feel like. So yeah. Okay, I'm partial because I actually really like Wanda, unfortunately. And she's really good. She's not the best solo. I'm trying to think solo. If you don't have the Strange team up, because that's not fair to say. If it's just a normal team, you're solo Wanda, I feel like she goes here, and the reason why is because she gets a lot of damage. She gets a lot of stun. You have to keep in mind, a lot of damage, a lot of stun, a lot of everything else, but because her ult is a little crazier, harder to hit, and you have no other DPS to distract, the ult is probably not going to go off as many times as you want it to, and more so, she's a little stealthier than other like DPS. Like Psylocke, she'll probably be fading in and out of your backline, wherever else. So she still has that gap that she creates. So I feel like she goes in this category here. Yeah. Solo Venom. I feel like this is a Bro's okay moment because he's good, not the best, no shield, no anything. He kind of just is more for himself than anything. So Solo Venom might not go the best way. Yeah, I don't know. All of his attacks are like damage attacks. All of his abilities are like damage abilities, except for his shield, and his shield's only personal to him. So I feel like that's kind of just a Bro's okay moment. Solo Bucky goes crazy. Solo Bucky is unreal. Probably one of the strongest DPS in the game still, even now. He has a grab. He has a stun. He can get flyers out of the air easy. He has great headshot damage, has great damage overall. He melts tanks. His attack speed is fast. His ult is unreal. He's really good. Overall, great solo DPS. He will most likely be able to carry anything as long as there's not like crazy divers or crazy whatever else. He's really good. Yeah. And he can play frontline or he can play backline, which is really cool. So he can play either. And he can play frontline or he can play backline, like either way. Or he can play in the middle of the game. Like no matter where he's at, he'll probably still do damage. Really, really good. Super strong overall. Solo Wolverine is probably a swap moment because he's going to be more, again, like Spider-Man. He's going to be focusing one person and kind of trying to take that one person out. He's not going to be doing overall damage for the team. That one pick he gets might be good, but again, you just probably need more DPS than him. Solo Mr. Fantastic. Yes, sir. Okay, listen, here's my theory for this, okay? I actually love Mr. Fantastic. I think he's really good. I think he's really strong. He is an off tank, so he's not doing as much damage as some other people, but the reason why he goes there is because solo DPS Mr. Fantastic, he does get a lot of damage done. He has the ability to protect himself. His ult is a great stun for the rest of your team to do something. And I feel like although he does a lot of damage, he does act as a secondary tank. So if you already have 2 tanks, you know, you can have an off tank that does a little bit more damage. I feel like he's just really good at causing chaos, which is, I feel like, what a DPS is also kind of supposed to do. So I feel like he goes, yes, sir. I feel like he goes there. Solo Sue, just like Cloak and Dagger and Luna, very, very good. It is crazy how a lot of the supports are really good solo. Like, it is wild to me. I feel like all 3 of those ladies are really, really good. Solo and Rocket, of course, like I said, he's more situational though, but I feel like you can get it done, like I said. But Solo Sue, really good. Her primary is really, really good if you're hitting your shots, of course. Her pushback with her melee is actually really underrated. Her push with her actual ability is really good as well. Her push or her pull, very good. Her ult, really insanely good, super good. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Just overall very strong, of course. And to do it solo, it's very possible, very plausible you can get that done. Solo tank Thor is a thing, sorry. Solo tank thing, that is a swap moment. I love the thing. I really, really do. I do not think he's able to secure anything. He has less movement than Hulk does. Although he has the new jump ability, it's really good. You still need someone to jump to. You can't just jump freely like the way the Hulk can. His ult is decent. It's really good CC, but you don't want to be popping that just when you're completely alone on point. You should never be alone on point with as the thing anyway, most time with most characters, but very good. Just you need somebody else there to kind of help alongside of you, I feel like. So that's that. Yeah. Solo Johnny, you're getting murked in the sky. That's another situation where he might do something good, but if the team has any brain, just look up, shoot you, you know what I mean? We need more DPS than this, I feel like, a lot of times. He could go bros okay. That could be, I could swap this around anywhere. You know, he could really go either or. You know, it's up to you to decide where you think he goes. But I feel like he goes, I'm swap. I just don't think he does enough damage to really be super good. I don't know. Solo Emma is really good, but I don't think she's a yes sir moment. I think she's yes sir here because she has a really good shield she can put wherever she wants, which is really unique. It's disconnected from her, so she can have a shield down and she can still be attacking, which is really unique. Her pull to damage people more with the diamond is really good. Her diamond form is great. She has a grab, the CC, the kick, all that stuff. Really, really good. Her ult is insane. I want to put her super, but the only reason she's not is because she doesn't have as much protection as some of the other tanks. Her shield is not as strong for one, and again, it's easier to break, and it only works in one direction. You can't bubble somebody. You can't like try to, follow someone around and use the shield. It's kind of just like a wall. You have to stand behind it. If you're not behind it, you're not behind it. If they walk around it, you can't turn it. You can't move it. Like Strange's shield or Magneto's shield. So I feel like it kind of goes one step under that. I think that's pretty fair. I love Emma though. I do love her. Ultron, I want to say he's an swap. I really do. I really, really, really do. But he actually kind of goes pretty crazy. Because his drones will hit everyone at the same time if people are close. If they're not close, he's really bad. If they're all over the place, it is a maybe worse than an swap moment. It could be a Dookie Cheek moment. I'm not gonna lie, because he's an off DPS, so you need more heals than that. He might just be Dookie Cheek. His heals are really good if everyone's together, but it's only if they're together. You need to be doing more healing than not, and he's going to be doing more DPS than not, so I thought that was Dookie Cheek moment. Phoenix, I am going to be so upset at myself for doing this. I think she goes super. The reason why, unfortunately, and I want to be very clear here, I like Hela better than I like Phoenix, okay? I want it to be very, very clear. I like Hela better than Phoenix, okay? It's not even close to me. I think she's more fun. I think she has more, more aura to her. I think I think her shutdown power is better. Whether you agree or not, I think Phoenix's is better because she does have the CC, the stun on every third hit. I think they explode on every third hit. I think she has the stun with her secondary ability. She has more movement than Hela does. She can fly. She can whatever rounds. Like, I think she's just better. Her ult is pretty bad unless you are hitting like perfect situations for it. But the fact that she has the explosion every 3 hits and the fact that she has the stun really carries her because she can shut down a whole team pretty easy. She has a lot of splash damage. She just does crazy damage. So unfortunately, she goes above Hela there. She's really good. This breaks my heart. It really, really does. It breaks my heart. It literally does. I promise you. I'm really, really, really sorry to do this to him. But Blade goes an swap. The reason Blade doesn't go in Dookie Cheek is because he does a lot of damage. And if your team is together, he can get off so many crazy things. His ult is great. Anti-heal, of course, does damage over time. The gun is obviously really good as well. The blade is good. Of course, his blood form is good. The dash is great. Has the stun, the knockback, the everything. He's really good, but solo DPS, I don't believe so. The reason he doesn't go Dookie Cheek is because he does what he does decently well. He's not meant to be a primary super duper DPS. He's supposed to be you distract, you get overall damage, you just shake things up. He's not gonna be doing a billion damage for the team like how the Punisher can, or like how Star-Lord can, or Namor or whatever. He's gonna be just shaking things up, making things kind of difficult for the team, anti-healing them, knocking them around, being a nuisance. So he doesn't go Dookie Cheek, but he does go swap. Unfortunately, I need them to buff him still. He's a great character, just needs a bit more love from NetEase, you know what I mean? He needs a bit more love. Angela, solo tank. Angela is absolutely terrible. Listen, I am a huge Angela lover. Don't get mad at me if you like Angela. When Angela came out, I am the #1 advocate for, I think she is one of the best tanks in the game. I still believe that to this day. I still think she is great. Her shutdown power is great. Her playstyle is great. Everything about her is great, okay? Her grab is amazing. Her damage needs to be buffed a little bit. And what I mean by that is I mean by her primary without the dash, like her regular primary when you don't have the dash boost where it does half the HP. Her regular damage needs to be buffed a little bit, slightly, maybe just give her 7 more damage with every hit, maybe 3 more damage, just something very slight. I think she's very strong. But the reason she's in Dookie Cheek and not in swap is because the team that she promotes, the comp that she will bring, is absolutely atrocious. Because what's gonna happen is she's gonna invigorate a Thor player to choose Thor for the team up. Then he's gonna be diving the backline. Then the DPS are completely exposed. And if you have dives for DPS, like you have a Magic or Iron Fist, you have a team where you have a full dive comp, and then you have a Luna and a Cloak and Dagger in the backline, or a Luna and a Sue in the backline, and your supports are completely exposed because you're diving, the Thor's diving, maybe both of your DPS are diving. Let's say one of your DPS isn't diving, and let's say only one of them is there, so you have a Punisher. You have a Punisher or a Namor on the ground, and that's it. And then you have the 2 supports behind them. The team that she promotes is terrible. So she goes Dookie Cheek right now because what she is starting, the comp that she's bringing to the game is really bad unless you have the ability to stop that. And in this situation, obviously, the other tank isn't going to be going Thor. There's no other tank. So that completely gets rid of the Thor altogether. So if you have just 2 DPS in the front line, it's crazy. She has a 1-pick tank. She's going to be picking off 1 person at a time, focusing all of her energy on that 1 person, getting them out of the game, and then going to another person. And you need more of a tank presence than that, so she goes Dookie Cheek. Daredevil! Okay, listen. Daredevil goes bros okay. I would put him swap, which he probably deserves to go in. The only reason he doesn't is because his knockback and his anti are really good. It's better than I think the guys down here in Swap because he can do overall damage. He can kind of get in and get out. As long as he's around your tanks, he should be fine. But he might still struggle, so it's just okay. He's just okay. His ult, very good because it hits many people at the same time. I'm trying to think like an AoE perspective. If these guys are good, most of the guys that are going to be better are going to have like more of an AoE presence or just like an overall I do a lot of damage presence. So I feel like he goes here with the rest of the like AoE guys like Moon Knight and Storm and Iron Man and stuff like that. So I feel like he goes there. And with that, our tier list is complete. Again, if you guys don't agree with any of these placements or stuff like that, of course, you know, this is just how I feel about it. Of course, everything is different. The comps change everything. Your player skill changes everything. You know, whatever's going on. The rank also changes things. Keep in mind. So some of this might be good for gold, but it won't be good for plat, diamond, or GM. My rank, my peak rank is GM 2, GM 2. So I have seen all the stuff I've said in games. That's why I said it. I'm not just like making stuff up. If you don't agree, of course, you feel free to say it in the comments. Don't chew each other's heads off in the comments. So please, I beg of you. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, man. Take care of yourselves. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be doing more tier lists in the very near future. So I'll see you guys later. Take care of yourselves. Peace.